The NBA is horrified of this. After 19 teams went up and made their draft selections on draft night in the first round, the Miami Heat had Kasparas Jakucionis fall in their laps with the 20th overall pick, where they did not hesitate. They went out and acquired this young man, and now they may look like the smartest guys in the room. We'll break down that and really what has caused that from his last appearance in the Summer League and how Kasparas has put the rest of the league on watch. We'll break down all of that on this episode of Heat Digest. But first, before we get to the news and information, remember to scroll down and click that subscribe button, as nearly 90% of you guys watching this video are not currently subscribed to the channel. We appreciate the love and support, so thank you guys. But now let's get to it and break down the next superstar in Miami. And you may be reading the text off the screen or listening to me say it, and you may be thinking, Houston, you're so full of it. There's no way you actually believe this kid is going to be a superstar in Miami. And I'm here to tell you, I really and truly do. Now, we are only 2 Summer League games into his career, so we're not going to fully jump the gun yet. But I'm here to tell you, based off what we have seen up to this point, the potential, the upside, it is all there. And it's not just what he can do on the basketball court. It's actually the physical abilities he was born with. He's 6'6". He's a point guard at 6'6". He's only 19 years of age, and he was drafted less than a month ago. Now, give him more time to go out there and learn the speed of this NBA game and learn the physicality of this NBA game and allow him to fit in with players on this roster like Tyler Hero, Norman Powell, Bam Adebayo, and others that have been around the game of basketball at a high level for a long, long time. And this young man is going to turn into an absolute problem for anybody not in a Miami Heat jersey. And I genuinely mean that. If you don't know the first appearance, and really, I should say the second appearance, as this was his second Summer League game, after going 0 for 3 in his first game against the Los Angeles Lakers, it felt like there could have been a moment where it was just too big for him. There was too much glitz and glamour as he was playing against the Los Angeles Lakers out on the West Coast in his first game for this Miami Heat organization in his first appearance on an NBA stage. It might have been just too big of a first moment for him, and we're not going to jump the gun and call him a bust. And the reason being is because we give him one more chance, and in this second game, he goes absolutely off. It started early. In the first quarter, he had 14 points, and I believed he only missed one shot. I believe he went 5 of 6 overall from the field, including 3 of 3 from behind the three-point line. Absolutely marksman stuff, and the way he did it was the impressive part. If you haven't seen it, please go look at the YouTube clips breaking down all of the highlights, because I can't play the entirety of it on this YouTube channel without copyright issues. But this young man is special. His ability to shoot off the dribble, his ability to shoot off the catch, his ability to handle the basketball and facilitate, as well as his ability to drive to the painted area, demand all this attention and either go up with it physically, cause contact, go to the free throw line, make his free throws, or pass out of a tough situation and find an open shooter is top notch. And there's no way he should be 19 years of age and fresh into the NBA. This guy is going to have the potential and the abilities to go out and play a lot of meaningful basketball for this Miami Heat organization, next to guys like Tyler Hero and Andrew Wiggins and these other guys in the front court, because of the backcourt, as he is a problem. He really, really is. And I'm not exaggerating. In that first quarter, 14, 2 and 2 with 1 steal. Again, did not miss a three-point shot despite having a few very tough looks later in shot clocks. And despite that and having a hand in his face, he was able to get comfortable, find an accurate and stable position where he could square up his body to the basket, and he was nothing but nylon time after time after time again. And it didn't end there, as the game continued, and he finished this game shooting 7 of 12 from the field, going 5 of 9 from behind the three-point line, including 5 of 5 from the free throw line, adding 24 points for the game, 2 steals, 4 assists, 4 rebounds, all of them defensive. He only turned the ball over twice, overall plus-minus of -11. Not a winning effort from this Miami Heat organization, but overall a very, very productive performance from someone that you have a lot of upside in, but you still are a bit in the sense you're optimistic. You're not exactly sold on the idea that he's going to be dominant on the NBA stage, because you have not seen him perform there yet against other NBA talent. And yes, he is only competing against freshmen and sophomores in the association, just like he is. But again, he's out there doing it. He has to go out there and actually perform, because if he wasn't, we'd be saying he's playing way below his overall skill level, as he's playing against guys in the same class as him that he should absolutely able to be at least be able to stand out against, if not flat out dominate, which we saw just last night in that Summer League game. Now, it didn't end there. Erik Spoelstra was sitting courtside for this game, and he ended up sitting with the broadcast guys and putting on a headset, discussing really the ins and outs of these young pieces in Miami, including Kasparas, as he was going on that run that we saw in the first stages of the game. And Erik Spoelstra had a lot of good to say about him, praising the fact of the way he handles himself on the basketball court, the overall abilities that he maintains on the basketball court, and he goes out and highlights time in and time out, whether he's on the floor on defense, whether he's on offense, he's out there, he's playing very hard, and he's showing great ability. Again, whether it's his ability to handle the basketball personally and facilitate the basketball off the dribble, or if it's his ability to flat out score from all three levels of the basketball court. I think there is a lot of good from this young man, and because he's only 19, with the overall size and stature he maintains, there is going to be a lot, and I mean a lot, of progression. And don't be surprised if this kid is on the court in big moments for this Miami Heat team, especially early in the season, so he feels acquainted and into the moment, and he's not feeling bull rushed when he is thrown in a moment where there's a substantial injury or fouls add up, and he has to be used in moments late in the middle stages, if not late into the regular season for this Miami Heat organization. I absolutely loved this pick from the Miami Heat, and right now it is fully turning out. And again, we're only 2 games into this Summer League. Just wait until we get closer to the regular season, and he continues to get comfortable. He finds a real role on this team with the Miami Heat organization, and this just leaves me to just another point about Terry Rozier. We just discussed it on the last episode of Heat Digest. If you have not seen it, please go check it out. It's the last video uploaded before this one, where we discussed Terry Rozier and what his offseason currently looks like, and how Miami could possibly move him, and how they're having a very, very difficult time doing so because of the lack of trade market and the lack of value he maintains in the trade market because of his $26 million price tag and the lack of production we have seen on a basketball court, while also being involved in gambling speculations because of simply how bad he played for a stretch of time, not only last year, but during his end of his tenure in Charlotte. Now, if they were able to move Terry Rozier, Kasparas would immediately become the third-string starting point guard, or I should say third-string point guard, for this Miami Heat organization behind Hero and Devion Mitchell. I would really enjoy the dynamic of those 3 guys sharing time at the starting guard position, as well as mixing some time in at the shooting guard position, depending on situational matchups and how Spo wants to really configure a lineup. But again, him being 6'6" and having all the size and ability that he does maintain, could you imagine a big lineup from this Miami Heat team, even if he was shifted down to the 2 guard, or if he was put at the 1, and then you rounded it out with the normal starting 5. So if it was Kasparas at the 1, Powell at the 2, Wiggins at the 3, Bam at the 4, and Ware at the 5, that is a ginormous starting 5 that is going to be a problem defensively from all 94 feet, basically. And once you cross half court, from the inside the 3-point line and in, is going to be just, they're just going to terrorize you. There's going to be so much length and size across the board with every matchup that you're dealing with, regardless of whether or not you blow by someone on the perimeter. Once you get into the painted area, you're going to have Kel'el Ware, Bam Adebayo, and possibly Andrew Wiggins or Norman Powell all closing in on you and creating that TP of a defense closed to the painted area. You're not going to have a chance. And yes, you're going to have the ability to kick the ball back out, but with comes that great size and ability, comes great athleticism and quickness, and all of the guys that we are mentioning have that ability to cover a lot of ground and close out efficiently. I think this is one of the best draft picks out of the entirety of the NBA draft. In doing so, I think Miami once again did it again. They went out and made a fantastic draft night pick, and now it's going to translate year after year again, and they will be ahead of the curve. Let me know how you guys feel about this draft pick and his second performance that we have seen, and I will see you guys on the next episode of Heat Digest. Thank you guys for watching.